Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. The fate of the social media app TikTok hangs in the balance after the House voted overwhelmingly to pass a bill saying they will ban the popular platform unless it breaks with the ties, with the Chinese Communist Party. Now, President Biden vows to sign the bill if it passes. TikTok CEO, though, says a ban of the platform would take billions of dollars away from creators and small business owners. The bill will now move to the Senate, where some members say it could take months before it's voted upon. Well, all 4 Arkansas members of the House voted for the ban. Representative French Hill posting on X after the House vote, saying in part, "This is not about targeting TikTok. My vote today was about protecting Central Arkansans and Americans from surveillance and manipulation by the Chinese Communist Party." And RDOT is getting tens of millions of dollars in federal funding for road projects. Congress directed $91 million to help fund everything from the Greenwood bypass to improvements on Highway 412 across northern Arkansas. The funding was approved in the latest Transportation and Urban Development Appropriations Bill, which was signed into law by the president. Well, the list of Arkansas school districts looking to move to a 4-day school week is growing. The Huntsville School District announced this week that they'll be making the change in the upcoming school year. Now, this comes after 2 surveys were sent out by the district. The first survey, an online one, garnered over 1,000 responses. Starting in the next school year, students in the district will attend classes Tuesday through Friday. Now, Lavaca Schools is another district looking at making the change. They're currently taking input from the community. And some schools in Springdale are helping students contribute to the growth of our area. It's called Destination Springdale. Organizers say the events will be happening that they're having at locations all across town starting in the fall semester.
Rollins Elementary School of Innovation has partnered with our district and community members from all over Northwest Arkansas to make Springdale the top destination in Northwest Arkansas. Rollins Elementary School of Innovation is truly innovative. The definition of innovation is to see a need and work towards fixing that need. And that's something we want to grow within our students here, not only for their education, their academics, but also their social emotional learning, and then how to use that in the real world as they grow into adults.
Well, the hope is to bring together stakeholders in the area with students to highlight that school district's area, which they say are the heartbeat of the community. Now, before we get to more of today's news, let's get a check of that weather for you with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, you're tracking some possible severe weather.
Yes, we are expecting, Joe, scattered showers and thunderstorms as we get into our afternoon. Not everyone's going to see severe weather, Joe, but we are anticipating with this setup and with the environment that is going to be in place that we will get at least a few strong to severe thunderstorms to impact parts of 5 country. I think our greatest threat today is going to be for the potential of damaging hail. So what I mean by that is we're going to get scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. I think there's a greater chance that we could see more of those thunderstorms with hail than more of those thunderstorms producing damaging winds 60 to 80 miles per hour or tornadoes. I think we could have an isolated tornado or 2. We could have a few strong wind gusts. I think we'll see more thunderstorms capable of producing small hail up to the size of tennis balls, though, and that's why I have that as a higher category here. Again, thunderstorms that are capable of producing damaging hail typically have strong winds with them, and some of those strong winds do come out of the storm and hit us at the surface at times. So they kind of go hand in hand. We'll be watching that for you as we go through the afternoon. I think that main window for us as we go through the day is going to be, again, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. After that, the storm threat will start to die down, and we'll look for a cooler, cloudy day to the day on Friday, and then we'll track another low end rain chance as we go into Saturday night. Joe?
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, the Department of Veterans Affairs is expanding reproductive rights to provide more inclusivity for vets. 5 News reporter Kayla Davis spoke with the VA on who these new rights will impact.
We've always wanted this to be very inclusive, and so we felt like it was unfair from the very beginning.
Nurse Roseanne Harris with Veteran Affairs says infertility treatment for veterans has historically only helped a select group of vets. For years, the VA has advocated for expansion of in vitro fertilization, or IVF, through legislative proposals. Before, IVF was only offered to veterans with a service-connected condition, in a heterosexual marriage, coverage where both the male and female could produce their own sperm and egg. With this expansion of care, that net will be cast much wider to veterans who are single or in same-sex marriages.
Another change is that they are able to provide donor sperm, egg, and embryos, which has never been something they were able to offer in the past.
Harris says this expansion is a game changer for many vets looking to have children or start a family.
One of my first patients who came to me was a same-sex couple. They were able to get pregnant with the regular fertility, not IVF, but I think if this had been offered, they would have definitely jumped on it.
Harris says they have already began combing through patients' eligibility to see who can receive treatments under the expansion.
We have an obligation to them to provide that care, and so I'm so glad that they just passed this bill.
In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Kayla Davis, 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.